Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel for another process video. Today I'm going to be working on a 12 by 12 layout. Now I wanted to do something that I haven't done in a very long time, and that is play with mixed media. I've always loved the look of mixed media. In the past, whenever I created with it, I loved it, but like anything else, if I haven't done it in a while, I feel like I'm back to square one, and that was one of those days. Um, and I'm going to be honest with you guys because I rather tell you guys I did not like it versus going, oh yeah, it just looks so beautiful. I love it. It came out perfect. But the first thing I did was I grabbed my trusty old shimmer products. Now, these are the ones, this one, the color that you see right here, the teal, that actually came in a shimmers, or not a shimmers kit, a hip kit from a long time ago. So it doesn't have the name, as you can see. I'm like even turning it around to give it so I could list it for you guys in the description box. But it didn't have a name, so it came in a kit. And then once I got done with that, I showed you a bottle by Tattered Angels. That is like just sparkly, glittery mist, and I love it. It's like putting candy on any type of watercolor. I love it, and you can get it at Hobby Lobby. The next I was just picking out a yellow, or not a yellow, I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit. That Catherine Puller ink was pink champagne, and I was trying to get a purpley pink, and I felt that was the closest one to it because the two colors that are really popping off those two photos is of my daughter and her friend. One's wearing the teal, and my daughter's wearing like a purple pink top. So then I decided to add some yellow, and I feel that this is where I went wrong. So I started adding yellow, and I really should have just kept it just those two colors, and I think I would have liked it a lot better. But I felt like, okay, it's just not looking good, so let me keep adding more, because with mixed media, usually the case is if you keep adding more, it just ends up turning out, right? Not in this case. Oh, I gotta be honest with you guys. I had an idea for one for this layout, and I did it, and I was like, I'm just not feeling it with, like, it wasn't the right vibe for the photos. So then I was kind of working on this, but this kind of reminds me like Easter just kind of threw itself on my scrapbook page, which would be great if they were Easter pages, but they weren't. So I was like, oh, okay, Desiree, what can you do? Add more. So let me figure out what else I got in my scrapbooking room that I could add more color, because this was not enough. So, and as you can see, I'm working with a Scraptastic kit. It's called Purple Rain. Unfortunately, Scraptastic is no longer around, but I have so many kits when I used to subscribe to them that I haven't even broke open. And this is one of them that is like almost gone. So I'm trying to use it up. But I'm trying to match the purple with the paper. And so I just keep adding, and I just keep adding more. And oh my gosh, it's really funny because it does look so pretty right now. But I'm just thinking that I haven't worked with mixed media in so long. And while I absolutely love it seen on other people's pages, I think it was just kind of like retraining my eye with mixed media, because anytime that I create any of my layouts, whether it be Traveler's Notebook or Scrapbook a page, if the background paper that I use is usually white cardstock or pattern paper. It hasn't been mixed media in, like I said, a long time. But this is not where I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep on trying here, and I'm going to grab my old gelatos that I've had forever, and I'm going to see if I can get it to work this way. And I'm not going to like it. It's not the vibe that I'm looking for my photos. So I'm going to scratch this, and this was like my third design that I thought of trying to do this layout, or second. Maybe it was my second. I think it was another one I tried for a previous one. But anyways, I will sit there and try stuff no matter what, because I want to give you guys a good layout. So I'm gonna put this off. I think I'm gonna grab chocolate. Chocolate eventually makes its way to this layout, because it was the only thing I was like stressed, not stressed, but just frustrated, I guess. But then I grabbed this paper, and this was another thing that I kind of cringed on. Okay, so this is by Jen Hatfield. This was in the kit. You're going to see me pause. I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to be like, am I really going to cut this? Am I really going to do this? Because that wood grain paper is gorgeous. It's old, but it is so beautiful. And I just told myself, Desiree, get over it. use it, stop hoarding things, just get it on a paper so that way you can see it every time you open up your album and look at it. So that's what I do. And I'm going to continue to try to make this paper that I use really work. And I look back on it and I think now where I placed everything, I probably could. I think most of it would have been covered up and only had parts of it peeking, but I don't, guys. I'm going to be honest, it's going to end up being a white cardstock. So after I tore the wood grain paper, I am then going to tear this paper, and that was an exclusive piece of paper by the Scraptastic kit. And I picked that one because it has all the colors that I was trying to create as a background, but two, I really like the circles, and the circles remind me of when you have like a coffee cup and you spill it a little bit, it leaves that ring. And so that's exactly what the kids are doing on the right picture. There are these metal rings kind of going on the ground, and the kids can run through them and run around them, and that's what they were doing. So it's kind of like a little playground area at the San Diego Zoo, which you're going to see lots of San Diego Zoo pictures because we had passes at the time, and we were definitely making sure that we used them up by going there a ton. All right, so I'm just going to add some more paper. You saw me once try to use, like I was trying to create a border with the flowers at the bottom of the photos, and it ended up not working out. So I don't know what I think this might have been the topper for mixed media because I'm like, well, let me just see. This was in the kit, and it's like a little tab with the word happy cut out. I thought, well, let me see if I can paint it and see how I like it. And I'm going to paint it, and I'm going to kind of put it off to the side. I think I even give it 2 coats. And you can get it messy because it's not going to matter because, like I said, that it's like a white tab and that white piece of paper kind of goes behind everything. There's my chocolate. See, I told you I was eating chocolate. I was like, I needed it at this point. Um, and that's when I finally said, I am done with this whole mixed media nonsense, and I'm just going to go to white cardstock paper. But I'm glad that I'm playing around with mixed media because I just need to kind of keep getting my feet wet, and eventually it's all going to turn out. I thought about moving that paper exactly like the wood grain paper where it would be vertical, and I decided not to. I just decided to go back to making it horizontal, but I did flip where I originally placed it in the beginning with the mixed media. So there's that paper, and that does actually look good now that I'm looking at it from the or from my computer versus in person. And I think that's funny how sometimes that works. Like your eye just sees it for too long, and sometimes it doesn't look good because you've been kind of messing around with it, like the products. And then as soon as you kind of step away after a couple days, and you're maybe doing a voiceover like I am, products sometimes will look better the second or third day. But I'm going to start gluing stuff down. I am one of those people, I can't have a whole lot of stuff not glued because everything starts shifting and moving when I'm trying to create, and it kind of drives me like a little crazy. So I'm going to start gluing it down and just going, you know what, hope for the best, and hopefully it works. So I'm going to make sure I have a cluster of flowers in a triangle, visual triangle. I'm going to have one up at the top. And then there were these cut aparts that were also in the Scraptastic kit. And so I just cut out the arrow and another one that said this, that was fun because it was a fun day. There's that happy that I'm going to try one more time, and I'm just not liking it. I think I try, yep, I even tried it here, and I'm just like, would it go here? And then I could just forget those two vertical phrase cut aparts, but, or not two of them. One was an arrow and one was a phrase, but I'm going to not use it, even though that looks good too there. I just think I was just looking at it too long, and like I said, I was exhausted because I worked on this all day, which, I mean, this layout shouldn't have taken me all day, but it did. And then here's a tab, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute, I got too happy, and I think I'm going to actually use the one that I painted on, but like I said, it doesn't end up getting used. So I'm going to start gluing it down. That is just some little more, if I don't see or like a lot of the die cuts, maybe for a layout, and I just need something else, I always go to my punches. And this punch was a stamp one, like an actual like mail stamp, and it's so versatile. You can use it for anything, and so I just wanted to layer it up and have that same paper that's behind that flower up on the top, one behind another flower piece, and it's just a little peak that you're seeing. That's it, to go there as well. Okay, and then I'm gonna try it one more time. I think I say no more. And then again, I just took my ticket punch and created that same paper to give that visual triangle again to anchor the jar. I'm gonna go ahead and glue everything down, and then I'm gonna grab those phrases and I'm going to staple them with my tiny attacher, and then I'm gonna glue that down as well. So see where I'm saying, like if I actually had that mixed media paper, I think most of it would be covered up, except for the area of where I'm going to place my title. So at the end of the day, I still find it better that I went with the white background paper versus the mixed media one because, like I said, of where my title was going to be placed. I even kind of played with these. These were also in the kit. They were just wood veneers. I'm going for another chocolate, guys. I'm like, and then I was gonna show you guys the oh, like a quote that they always put in there, but I ended up ripping it. And so my title is gonna be "It's a Zoo Out There." It's a zoo out there. And anytime I make a title, I do try to have two different sizes of my letters. I really love the look of it. So I'm just going to take these simple story ones that I just recently purchased, and then also these thickers that are really old. I believe they're called Fitzgerald, and I thought they were perfect. So here's a layout that I did with absolutely zero zoo embellishments, everyone. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed that layout. If you did, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I do hope you consider subscribing. You all have a wonderful day. Bye.